I don't write cliffhangers at the endings of my books anymore, and here's why. I used to love the cliffhanger ending. I used to think that if I didn't have a cliffhanger at the end of my book, that there would be no reason for people to want to go on to read book 2, book 3, book 4. When I turned a hard eye onto my read-through rates for my 5-book series, they weren't as high as I wanted them to be, and I did a lot of thinking as to why, because my cliffhangers were pretty intense, and I realized that my cliffhangers were actually leaving a sour taste in people's mouths. The thing that gets you to read the next book is not the cliffhanger ending necessarily. Like, yes, of course, people want to know what happens after a good cliffhanger, but the reason that someone picks up the next book is because they want to recreate the feeling that they got by reading that book. You do not need a cliffhanger in order to sell a book to. You need to deliver the emotional response that that reader picked up your book to get, and they buy book 2 because they want to get that emotional response again. That's why, like, if you write a romance and the romance has a happily ever after and was really satisfying, then that reader's going to want to go get that emotional response again and then read another romance because they're going to want to feel the way that that romance made them feel again. In the new series that I'm writing, I am structuring it so that every single book is structured like an episode of Criminal Minds, where they have a serial unaliver that they are trying to solve the case of it and stop, and every book is going to end with them catching that serial unaliver and stopping that serial unaliver and solving that mystery, and then the next book will be focused on a completely different unsub. The reason I love reading books like this so much is because I want to have the satisfaction of seeing those unsubs come to justice, and so I'm going to be delivering that with every single book that I write in this series.